1, 2, 3. Oh.
Such a douche.
1, 2, 3.
Sheep. Ooh, all right. This is already a mess.
Get down with the sickness.
I was gonna say 45 seconds in, this is already a mess.
You know us. We back for another episode of, the HW Racing Podcast, which isn't really anything about racing half the time. Swag,
No. Okay.
We have race cars in it.
And our team races,
Yeah, we're just the schlubs that...
but we're entertainment. Yo, it's your boy Sweet Sauce.
I'm Hollywood.
Uh,
I have a proposal for you.
okay.
So, because you had said, is there anything big or whatever to talk about when I first walked in?
Mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure I was loud enough. What do you think about us doing live podcast? Via the stream.
Interesting.
I think it would be cool. But I'm worried about us.
What do you mean?
Because I can always edit this if need be.
Yeah, but when was the last time you needed to edit this?
And I guess really all I do is just splice it all together. And
To be fair, I mean, it's more me.
Yeah.
I've been very good. Are you saying as an alternative to when we need to change up when we record?
well, we could, yeah. No, it's more of just I think it'd be cool to have live questions in front of people watching live
Oh,
and us
yeah.
answering. It'd be kind of cool to directly talk to people.
Yeah.
But we'll see what people say. See if anything.
Let us know.
Because we can do
I think
it.
it's a good
We
idea.
can live stream it directly to YouTube, and then it's already on YouTube.
Yeah. And then it'll still come out for the people that...
the weather, the temperature change.
It'll still be... We'll still put it on the... for people to be able to listen to it, because not everybody...
On Anchor. Yeah. I just download the audio and upload it that way.
And then it'll still go to Apple and Spotify and whatever the hell you listen to it on. So let us know. Not a bad idea. I do like...
It'd be kind of cool.
Me
And then
likey.
we can throw up like a TV right here or something, and then
Yeah.
have the questions pop up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yee.
God damn it. Me likey.
You know what? We're just gonna skip over racing because there's nothing. We're not talking about racing this week.
Yeah, it's really difficult. There's
We're
I saw what's his name. The only thing I saw was Schumacher's kid throwing shade at what's his fuck from F1.
Schumacher's kid is in F1 now.
Huh?
Mick is in F1 now.
Yeah, but he was talking shit about somebody who's really good in F1.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
He threw shade at him.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Well, because they're saying that Lewis Hamilton's better than his old man.
Oh.
So he's getting all salty like, no, he's not. Get the fuck out of here. I saw that.
So it's tough. All right. Now we're talking about racing. Here we go.
I got you.
From my opinion, it's tough to compare the two. One, obviously, very different cars, very different era of racing.
Well, what's the year difference? Like what?
I think they raced a little bit early, or 2010 era, early 2010s. And then 2014, I think Michael got into his accident.
Okay.
But Michael was good late 90s, early thousands, I believe.
So we're talking 20 years ago.
Yeah. But he made a team who was struggling really good. That didn't have, I guess you could say that about Lewis with Mercedes. At first they weren't that good, but then it became a factory-funded team. And I don't know. I would always give it to Michael, just based on talent around him and how difficult when you're looking at F1 now, it was at least last year it was Mercedes, Ferrari, and they were always duking it out, right?
Yeah.
This year it was just Mercedes duking out which of the Mercedes would win.
Okay.
Where in Schumacher it was
was yawning.
That was annoying. It was boom, boom, boom. There's multiple teams that can win this race consistently. So Lewis is good. Is the best driver of this era. Schumacher, best of his era, so on and so forth.
Well, that's like saying, at least for me, that's like saying, fucking, that's like comparing like Dan Marino to fucking, we'll just say for sake of argument, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
completely different,
different play style, different.
Completely, the game is completely different.
Yeah.
You don't do near the same plays.
No.
So
they didn't throw that much.
Yeah,
as
I mean,
they do.
you're
As
good
much as
for.
They do now. They ran the ball a lot.
You know, you're good for the year you played, or even Terry Bradshaw. Good back in the day. Probably couldn't stand up to the new guys now.
Yeah, because it's a different play style. They can't play the spread. They didn't have the mobility that they have now.
Yeah. So I think it's a similar thing to that. Like, it's very difficult to, if it's within the same, like, you know, like, I guess if it was like, for example, who's really, well, Brady and Mahomes, they're both still playing currently.
Yeah.
They're two different era players, but they're still playing in the league.
Yeah.
So that, I think you can compare.
Yeah, but
because they're close enough.
But you got to look at how when the teams so the Patriots and the Bucks have adapted their offense to fit a older quarterback,
right?
Who plays that style. He doesn't. You know, they play the spread a little bit, but they don't play a mobile spread like Mahomes does.
Right.
They play a much block heavy, give him time in the pocket spread, where these guys are like, if you can't block him for more than 3 seconds, let him go.
Yeah. Patrick
will take care of it. Type of shit. I don't know. It's difficult. It's one of those.
It still is tough, but
I will. And I just hate that Lewis really hasn't had a lot of competition, so it's not enjoyable. So for me, he's not the GOAT. Schumacher, Senna. I would love to see them all race together, and all get into each person's best car.
Yeah.
And if you can, whoever finishes on top the most, they're the driver. You know.
Yeah.
But you can't do that because they're dead. The cars.
Yeah, or just fucking really old.
Right.
Or hurt. In the case of fucking
Schumacher.
Yeah.
It's weird to see that though, because Mick had just given him his dad's helmet after he beat his record.
Yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily like throwing shade. I like to say that just to be dramatic.
Yeah.
But there was a statement that was made saying that he's not as good as his father was.
I mean, and you idolize your father, so
yeah,
you'll never admit to someone else being better.
Right. So, but I figured that was like the only thing.
Yeah, I don't think too much has gone on. You know, their manufacturers aren't really trying to do much right now because they're trying to focus on the 22 regulations. So, nothing crazy going on. No driver. I haven't seen a single driver signing this week, which is kind of in these past 2 weeks. Stop doing that, freaking Murray. Sound like Kian eating chicken wings.
Oh.
No. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Is this a post-episode story?
Yeah, that's gonna get me in trouble. Everybody like my new car? It's Dale Jr.'s last car.
How's everybody's Christmas? Because this is the after Christmas episode.
Yeah, it is. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you had a great Christmas and were safe and whatnot.
Last episode of the
2020.
Fuck Fest that is 2020.
Yeah.
I saw trending on Twitter, Death to 2020. I was like, oh, God.
Isn't that that's a Netflix show?
Is it?
A Netflix movie, yeah.
That's funny.
This episode's going to be titled Fuck Off 2020. But also, like, it's tough because we had our first win.
Dude, I've said that.
We had
a
lot of good parts of 2020.
2020 as a whole was just poo-poos. Big poo-poos.
Big poo-poos.
but personally, and then for
Yeah,
the
personally
team, like,
and the team, it's been great.
it was one of my best years personally.
Yeah.
And we started at the beginning of last year or this year, I guess, end of last year, and picked it up throughout the whole year. So I mean, like, yeah, 2020's blue, but there was
Light. You always got to find the light in the darkness. Kluge. He texted me. It was freaking the first 10 seconds after halftime of the Colts Steelers game.
Mhm.
We're gonna lose this game.
Well, you did.
Shut up. But the point is that the team made one error, and he immediately went, "We're done. It's over."
Well, I mean,
That's
he
it."
was right.
But you don't do that. You can't
I'm
just
a
give
Steelers
up.
fan, so
You can't give up on a team like he did.
yeah, but he knew they were just gonna choke.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't run the ball. Like how do you go from running 150 yards with one player to running 5?
They're not good. That's what happens.
You guys were losing 24-7. They're not good. They're crushing you. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, who won?
Oh my god, I hate you so much. I'm over talking about this with you.
Yes.
How
How was your Christmas?
It was good. Quiet
Yeah.
for once.
What? Did you see the new puppy?
Yeah, I met him Sunday night.
Is he cute?
Saturday. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, he's cute.
Is he a little shit or is he well
No,
mannered?
he's good. He's a good dog
There you go.
so far.
Yeah.
Apollo's gonna meet him tonight, so we'll see how the pups do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really wanted a German, but
Well, you kind of got one.
how do I kind of have one? My dad's? It's
No.
not mine. Freya?
Yeah.
Freya's not a German Shepherd. She's an Australian Shepherd.
Well, it's close enough.
Not even remotely.
It's like the inbred cousin.
She's freaking a crackhead, and
It's the inbred cousin.
yeah, and not big, tiny, and batshit crazy. She's just like her mother.
Good at not tapping.
I mean, it is what it is.
Good at the old.
Oh, crushing!
Yeah, the old
She does.
scrotum soccer.
She
Fuck.
has no care in the world about who you are, where you are. She's gonna step where she wants.
Boop.
She's freaking nutso. But
My Christmas was good. Thanks for asking.
I wasn't finished with mine. You interrupted me, you bitch. But we got a webcam.
I did see that. Is that a gift?
Yeah. That's why I waited. I was like, I knew someone was going to get it for me. So I was like, as much as I wanted to get a webcam,
Yeah.
I was going to wait. So I got it. And it's sick. And I'm excited to use it tonight. Monday.
Is it easy to use?
Very.
Yeah.
2 buttons.
Really?
Bing, bing. And now every time I plug it in, and as long as it's plugged in and the stream is up, it's on. It's good to go.
Hey.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, how was yours?
Well, your boy got his second monitor. Mm. So now I'm finally out of the fucking peasant using one monitor phase.
I had 3 to give you.
Yeah, but
well,
they're not curved.
They're not good enough, even
Yeah.
though they're free.
No. I'd rather pay money to get a better one. When it
Anyway.
comes to my PC, dog,
I spare no expense.
yeah. I get this sick ass fucking monitor arm. Really expensive.
Attached, like wall attached or desk.
Desk. And then it's got the you can
Movable,
move
like,
it, yeah. They're hydraulic arms, so like I'm not gonna wake up in the morning and my screen's face down on my desk.
Yeah, right.
So, but it's really cool because then I could just put my 144 hertz gaming one in front of me, and then the other one off to the side. I've been using it a fuck ton playing Fallout because I can have YouTube videos up on like where to get this
Yeah.
or how to loot this or whatever. And then the game. One thing that I hate, though, when you have 2 monitors, is if you got a full screen game,
Oh, and you click off, it closes.
it closes the game. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, that's so annoying.
Yeah. It happens so much to me.
But I wonder if it does exit out of full screen. I doubt it.
So for iRacing is the only one that does this for me, where I'll be in full screen watching Kluge or whoever I'm watching race or spotting, or if I'm racing, whatever, and I'll click over to look at like the stream or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll just make it windowed.
Oh.
which is nice because it keeps it up.
Well, you can window games. It's like Alt Enter or something.
Right. But it's the only one that does it for me if I click off.
Oh, yeah.
Every other time, it just closes the freaking game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's frustrating. So, but yeah, no. Other than that, pretty poggers, I would say.
Yo, this thing's got springs.
We
That's lit.
Oh shit. I had the girlfriend over for Christmas because I worked Christmas Day.
Right.
So we didn't get to we didn't get done till almost 4 in the morning. Because we usually take a while to open shit.
Why?
What's
Oh, I love it. You haven't even finished opening. I still love it. Like, is that what you guys did? Like, what the?
no?
What do you mean? Why does it take you so long to open?
Well,
things?
I mean, it took longer
Do you
because we also
open-
had her there.
Do you open one thing and then it's talk for 40 minutes?
No, I mean, there's some stuff has stories to it. Like getting something has a story of like.
Oh, you're talking about your entire family.
Yeah,
not just you and her. I was like,
Oh,
how
no,
does it
no,
take
no.
two of you till 4 in the morning?
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Like, part of it is we had all of her shit too.
Yeah.
So my mom got her shit. I got her shit. She got fucking spoiled
Of course,
by my mother.
she's a woman. You get nothing but spoiled.
But I loved it. I had fun.
Good. That's good.
Sucked
Yeah.
that I had to work, but I also took off this whole week, so
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're off.
paid time off, baby.
Yeah. What are you doing tomorrow?
Fucking about.
All right. Let's play some video games.
Yeah.
Okay. Good team. Like all day.
Yeah. No, I'm
I got-
literally.
Got nothing.
I think I gotta help Nick put his new seat covers on. I got him seat covers for his truck,
Oh, nice.
all leather. They're black with red stitching. For his all black
Is he
truck.
still a Green Bay fan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Child.
He's mopping up the fucking Aaron Rodgers potential MVP. Fucking yeah.
Nah, Aaron Rodgers deserves it. He's a good dude.
Yeah. I'd rather him take it than fucking
Patty Mahomes.
yeah.
Because he's trash.
Well, I mean they're good, but
No.
I still rather have Aaron Rodgers do it.
Oh, speaking of that, so Klug and I have this ongoing battle. He hates Notre Dame, and I love Notre Dame. So I got a Notre Dame jersey, and it's Ian Book, the greatest quarterback of all time.
Interesting.
Actually, he holds all the records for Notre Dame,
Okay.
but he's like a 6th-round pick. Like that's what's gonna happen because he's not the top tier. Like their team is good.
Right.
He's good. He's not.
Compared to the competition.
He's not Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
who carries the Clemson team.
Yeah. Who's gonna go play for the that tangent here? Don't mean to cut you off.
The Jags.
It's very frustrating. I feel like I also feel like part of me too. Like if I had the opportunity to go to any NFL team out of college and get any contract, especially if I'm going to go first round, chances are I'm going to get paid nice. So-
first 10 get millions.
So, I guess I wouldn't care, but it's also one of those things where like you're like one of the best players in
And
all
you're
of
go to the worst team in the
NCAA,
league.
and you go to the shittiest team in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's like, then here you go. Here. Not only do you go to the shittiest team, but now you're responsible to not make them shitty anymore. That's why we're picking you.
Right.
And you're
So
24.
we saw that with
I'd be like,
Sam Darnold. We saw that with Joe Burrow, and now we're going to see it with Trevor, where they're just responsible for taking this 1-16 team and making them at least 8-8 or something.
yeah, you got to see like how they handle the pressure. If they can handle the heat, then they're good. Fucking Baker Mayfield struggled, but
He
picked
it up
it up
a little bit, and they got him weapons to throw to.
right. So anyway, continue. I just that as for me like
So
again, it's one of those things where I feel like if you're you're a kid and you're out of college, you're like trying to get into the NFL, you don't give a shit.
that's the biggest thing. Like, well, but when you know you're the number one pick. Like, it doesn't matter who else shows up this year.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is number one pick.
Yeah.
Unless he stays,
Right.
and he knows that.
Right.
He was going to be number one last year.
Right.
But he stayed. Like he gets to pick and choose who the number like. Last year was I think the Jets, right?
Probably.
No, who they pick? Who's
So he's kind of choosing in a way.
Who was the worst team in the league last year? I don't know. But who went first? Who was the first pick? Joe Burrow was.
Yeah.
Cincy. So the Bengals picked, like he got to be like, I don't really want the Bengals. See ya.
Joe didn't
So-
do bad, but he got hurt.
No, I'm not saying Joe. I'm saying Trevor.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Trevor-
I just
Trevor's
thought
like,
like
"Nah,
I had
I'll
an
stick for
ADD
my junior
moment and
year."
had.
Yeah. No, Joe did really well.
That's crazy. He could have went in though at sophomore.
And then first.
Yeah, I always wondered how that works. Do you just finish through college then, but you're playing in the NFL, or do you just fucking leave college?
You should leave college. You don't need to get a degree anymore.
That's what I'm saying. But like, what happens when you're done?
You're done with football?
Yeah.
You made millions. Who cares?
Well, I mean, some
Be
people.
smart. As long as you're smart with your money, who cares?
Yeah, good point.
You invest it.
I always thought you had to finish college, which I guess makes sense why some
Like
people
it's
are
forced to finish college? Like you're like, finish your college.
No. I'm saying like, I thought you had to finish playing through college football.
Oh, you had to be
before
a,
you go
you had
to
to be
the
a
NFL.
senior.
Yeah,
I thought
and
that
that
for
was until recently.
for a while myself, until I realized that half the people that I enjoyed watching in college were not in college anymore. I was like, how? They've only played 1 year.
Well, and some of the
Oh,
guys in
shit.
the NFL they're like, oh yeah, this guy's really young, and I'm like, how the fuck? Like,
Yeah, like Josh Allen's what, 24?
yeah, like he should
He's
be,
our age.
Yeah, he should be just getting done.
Yeah, I think he went in as junior. Yeah, right.
So,
I don't know. He's like.
well, yeah,
26
because
right now.
last year would have been he's my age.
24. 26.
So last year,
He's around our age, right? Yeah.
or I think he's a year older. So last year should have been like his last year of college, or the 2 years ago, or something like that. So
Yeah, like Burrow's younger than us.
yeah. So I didn't know that till recently.
But Notre Dame's better than the University of Miami, and that's all that matters. So, go team.
I got a guy. Funny story about that. He was a receiver at U of R for a while. Couldn't afford it, unfortunately, since the school's really expensive. And I don't know if he's got family in Florida or he just chose to go to University of Miami.
How do you go from Rochester to Miami and say that Rochester was too expensive? You go to a D1 school. Everything's D1. Doesn't even matter what sport it is. Everything's D1. That's more expensive.
I mean, I'd be curious to see because U of R is tipping almost 80. So
Yeah, it's probably pretty close. I know when we were graduating, Florida State was 70.
yeah. So I don't know how that happened, but
Anyway,
I
guess you
he
can
ended
find
up down
ways.
there, and then he also ended up fucking like as a receiver for the team, and I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
Went from D3 to...
Yeah, and he was good when he played for us, but I don't think he's a starter, obviously. But I he's on the team. It's a D1
Does he
team.
practice or does he suit up?
No, he suits up.
Oh, shit.
So I mean, he had to have.
But that's like, okay, do you remember the Aquinas kid
Yeah,
that we had that for like 4 straight years was just God?
I swear to Christ, that kid was going to the NFL.
And he went to Penn State and everything. And then he got beat out by Trace McSorley every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, and then got hurt.
And then he got hurt, so he redshirted a few times. Didn't make a single start.
Yeah,
No idea what he's doing.
fucking dud.
Dud. But he was a god in New York State.
Yeah. Well, you remember fucking what's his name from Caledonia, the quarterback, Curtis.
The druggie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went to
What was his name? Curtis.
Out or Hot or whatever
Yes.
the fuck.
Yeah.
He went to U of R, and he actually was on the team before I got there. Because I remember.
Oh, because that was prior to his incarceration.
Yeah, I remember Joe Cap talking about it, and then he was like, "Yeah, he just kind of
Because he was
went downhill."
a year older than us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, Joe Cap. Joe Cap is. No, he was a year.
No, yeah, Joe's...
Yeah,
Right?
I think so.
No, Joe's our age.
Joe Cap's not our age.
You sure?
Yeah, because he graduated before me. I think it was just a year.
Okay.
So. But my whole thing is like he was really good.
For small town football, yeah, he was really good.
Fell apart.
Then... the drug.
Well, he got into that. U of R's got a big coke problem. I'm just gonna put the whole school on blast right now.
Maybe don't when you're still...
But the people of the school, not the school.
Right. Now, I would imagine most colleges have...
Well, it's like
drug problem.
it's the rich man drug. So it's like
Yeah.
all the rich kids get all the coke. Fucking
All right, this has been something special.
We're going all over the place. How did we get
Um,
from fucking... Okay, so go back to your Kluge story.
Nope, that's it. That's it. We're done with that.
Okay.
Eric wants to know, has a question.
Oh, okay.
And it's, what's your favorite 90s car? You saw that. You weren't supposed to see that.
I love how you just casually were like...
Whoops. Don't mind me.
Okay, so 90s race car or...
So that was what I was thinking. Is it if it's a 90s race car, it's the McLaren F1 GTR. If it's just a 90s street car, it is 110% the Nissan GTR R34, which was born in 99. Therefore, it's still a 90s car. Because that thing is sexy. It's tough because all of the American cars were kind of ugly in the 90s.
Yeah, I was not... Definitely not a fucking early 2000s, like... Was that Camaro in the 90s, too? That ugly fucking looking ass one?
The one that they tried to make look like a Corvette? That's like super round?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 90s.
Oh, God, I
Early
hated it.
2000s. They're the worst.
Yeah. Ugh. That fucking...
Monstrosity. of a
That's
car.
gross. Yeah, that is nasty. I don't know, dude. That's tough. What did the fucking... What did the Challenger look like? Was that any good?
Actually, I don't even know if they had one. I think they stopped making it.
Really?
Yeah.
And then they just started making it again?
Yeah. They did that with the Camaro, too.
True.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I don't even think they were making the Charger then.
Well, it says used 1990 Dodge Challengers for sale.
What does it look like?
Um,
A normal Challenger, or is it the emissions Challenger? Let me see.
that's what I'm getting, but I don't know if that's right.
That looks like an 80s or 70s.
Yeah. That's what I'm like,
That's too muscly for the 90s. There's no muscle in the 90s.
Yeah, just look at the music. The music of the 90s tells you the whole era.
A lot of snaps.
Yeah.
I also almost went with the Diablo and or the Ferrari F50/F40.
See, I don't know a lot about cars, so
International cars.
tough. The Vet didn't even look good, did it?
It didn't look good till 99 or 98.
Okay, so you could still say that.
Yeah, that's when it had like the newer round body style and not the like weird square. That like my grandfather's Corvette.
Yeah, like that one.
Makes me want to vomit every time I see that. It's an ugly car.
Why is it so square?
Because
Yeah,
everybody
but-
wanted, like, they didn't know what to do.
That's like what your grandfather has, right?
Yeah. But white. With creme. De la creme.
Yeah, which is not great colors, but
No.
we take what we can get.
Yeah, I think he paid $1,400 for it, so.
I mean, yeah, but fuck
Because
it.
that's all it's worth.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's got
tough. I don't really know.
We'll just do a 98 Corvette for you.
Yeah, okay, easy enough.
The C5.
Your boy, plain as fuck.
Plain as fuck. Champion. Plain as fuck, y'all.
This was a gift from the girlfriend. It's really cozy.
Nice. No, Champion makes good stuff.
She knows me very well. She knows I hate fucking hoods. So this one doesn't have a
See,
hood.
I prefer hoods over.
Can't
I don't like
stand
crew
'em.
necks.
Can't stand them. It's like my
Choke
OCD
me.
thing.
They choke.
I like being choked. Okay.
All right.
You want to tell everybody why you were late today?
My not so poggers. Yeah. So I get out at 6 p.m.
I was
Well-
sitting in the driveway for like 20 minutes.
I close the gate at 5:59 so I can walk down to the service desk to drop off the keys for the rental trucks. I'm closing the gate. Doesn't this douchebag walk up? Hey, oh, it's not 6 yet. Can you help me? No. Yeah, I guess. like, I'm getting paid for it, so sure.
Customer service.
It's the worst. And he wanted
Probably the most complicated thing.
3 pallets of blown-in insulation, and then which means that he gets the insulation machine that that actually does the
Yeah.
fills the walls for free. And I was like, yeah, what I'll do is we'll get the contract going, whatever, and I'll leave everything outside of tool rental, and I'll close the gate and close it down. That way, it's ready for you when you're done with the pallets. He goes, no, I need you to take care of the pallets too. That ain't my job, bro. What you freaking mean? Ooh, they said that you could do it. You would check me out for all of that stuff too, and you'd help me get it all set up. Thank you, man. All right. Someone told you I would do it, so now I have to do it. So that's why it took so long. And then he was just an asshole the entire time. Just like, what's taking so long? Bro, I got to find a driver. We have 3 people that can drive in the store now.
Classic.
Because everybody's out on COVID. I don't have COVID. I was also not in contact with any of them because none of them actually have COVID. Their family members do. So as soon as they find out, they're like, deuces.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well,
good times.
My mother has been having some lovely time at work since she's been going back after being sick.
Yeah.
One of the people that works at her place of business that I will not name. Yeah, that is weird. I hear that.
I was just confused, but
I guess has like a family member that was exposed to somebody, thus exposing her.
yeah.
And now she's around my fucking mom who had it. And
I thought she was immune.
She is to a degree, but she has a compromised immune system because of being sick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where you are, but there's still the chance you can get it. And her doctor specifically doesn't want to run that risk. So even though she's working, if she doesn't feel comfortable with the situation or somebody comes in that's sick with something else, like be it a cold or whatever, she has the ability to say fucking deuces and leave for a little while.
Yeah,
I think till like the end of January or something like that.
Medical leave that the government gives you.
So she's still working, but at any point she could be like, you know what, I'm not comfortable with this, and then dip the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, come on. Some people are.
Watch where you're going.
Yeah, I'm trying to. You could tell, like, the wheels are turning in my head. Like, I'm kind of annoyed about the situation. Because it's like, I don't want her to get it again. You know what I mean? But some people do say, like, yeah, my third cousin, first removed, has it.
Why you do this?
And I saw him for 5 seconds the other day. I'm out for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You know where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Like, and not to say that people fake exposures to get time off, but I've even heard people in my place be like, oh, so if I'm just around somebody, I don't have to come in. And they're all, like, excited about it.
Yeah. It's not like you get paid.
It's like, that's not...
You don't get paid until you actually have it.
It's like, that's not what you're doing it for.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
And you only get paid if you contract it while you're working.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
They don't have to pay you if you didn't get it while you're there.
That was the whole thing that was going on with me. Like, I got paid because I actually got it.
Right.
But the other people that had to stay away but didn't actually get it, they were contesting payment because they weren't going to give it to them.
Right.
And it's like, you know, it's almost like it incentivizes you to get it. And then here we'll pay you.
But only get it while you're here.
Yeah.
Don't get it at home.
So.
Ugh, it's all fucked up. Everything's fucked up.
That's a lot of malarkey. There's no consistency.
None.
That's what bothers me.
None.
And I noticed that when I got it through Red Cross, because Red Cross says, oh, we listen to these people. But
the state listens to someone else.
But the state does something else,
yeah.
And the county does something different from the state.
Right.
And the county is the one
different.
Well, Red Cross listens to CDC guidelines, but CDC doesn't hand out quarantines. The county does.
Right.
And the county guidelines are different than the CDC guidelines. Tell me how the fuck that makes sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make sense. It's
doesn't.
like why?
Nothing that's happened.
And you can't even say that it's state leaders because the county does something different from the state.
Exactly.
So they're just fucking people just doing what they want. It's like, okay, well, I guess.
Yeah. Everything's dumb.
Got the vaccine though. We're good.
Okay, we're not getting into this. We're done with this. We're done with this shit.
I thought I did pretty good.
Anyway. So we both saw Wonder Woman.
I was gonna talk about that
Super, super duper spoilers. So don't,
because it's brand new.
You need to like 4 days old. You need to not listen to this part. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
'cause
this
I'm gonna talk about it.
We're going off.
Yeah. All right, do your rating first.
My rating of Wonder Woman 1984.
Are you giving it lower than I gave it?
I don't remember what you gave it. 7 something.
6.
6.
I'll give it 5.8 actually. 5.8.
I'll give it actually, you know what? Same. I like it. That's a good rating because it's not the worst movie I've ever seen,
No, it's definitely not.
but it's garbage.
It's not great.
It's garbage.
If you compare it to
How good the first one was?
how good the first one was, if you compare it to Aquaman was way better.
Oh, Aquaman.
Was so good. Okay, so here's the thing too. Like, how do you rate it amongst the universe? I haven't seen the new Harley Quinn, so I can't rope that in.
It was okay. It was good. I don't know if it was needed, but it was good. It was better.
That was my whole thing about this fucking movie. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The beginning. The movie was a 2.5 hour stretch of fucking nothing.
Nothing.
None of it mattered. None of it.
Yeah, like the opening.
She can
scene,
fly now.
which is that's probably the biggest thing that we got from that. Was
She
she
can-
finally figured out how to fly.
Make the invisible jet. Another big thing.
Yeah.
And then she got she donned the armor. Mm.
Yeah.
Those are like the three biggest things. Other than that, like plot wise, nothing.
My biggest biggest thing. I think,
Oh, and you met what's her name? The fucking
I don't even know what her actual name is, but the
isn't it like Jaguar or some shit?
no, Cheetah.
Cheetah.
I think it's Cheetah.
Because that's like her in all the comic
Arch
book
nemesis.
series. Yeah, it's like her arch nemesis.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But there's a point in time when Steve comes back, right? We have Steve back.
that was so.
It's so weird.
That was so. Okay, that was so fucking.
Stupid.
It was so stupid because
But she's like,
I'm thinking to
she's
myself,
like, he's like, you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do. And she goes, I don't want to. But you're right. Bye. That was how she said goodbye to this motherfucker. It was like, yeah, you're right. Okay, I got to do it. See ya.
yeah,
it wasn't
she
like
just dipped.
I love you. And he's sitting over there like, I'll always love you, Diana. I always love you. This
Yeah,
and
in like
she's
the background.
And she's like, "Ah!" Come on, like make it a little more realistic about love. Because that ain't gonna happen.
Well, that was at the end of the day. That was kind of the whole movie. Was just like she's a mess, and she needs to find herself, and then they throw her arch nemesis in there.
Yeah.
And it's like to my thing is if you're gonna
She also kicked the Cheetah's ass. She doesn't ever kick Cheetah's ass.
yeah, and then that was it. She's not Cheetah anymore.
Right.
She renounced her wish and boom.
Right.
Oh,
Like
ooh.
I'm pretty sure Cheetah goes and works with the main bad dude of their universe, the Thanos of their universe. I can't even think of his name now.
Fucking Doomsday. No.
Doomsday was Superman. Versus Batman. Or Batman versus Superman. You had Superman, and then you had
He's in the
Steppenwolf. Whoever Steppenwolf works for.
He's in the new Justice League, the
Yeah.
Snyder Cut. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because he's actually, like, that's how they wanted Steppenwolf to portray,
Yeah.
is this guy. Why can't I think of his fucking name?
I can't think of it either.
I feel like it's, like, dead something. Continue.
It's just frustrating because
What could have been.
really, I mean, it was like nothing. Like I don't. The last thing I'm gonna say about the Steve thing is I thought she thought it was him, but then she said something acknowledging that it was just him in another person's body.
Yeah.
But she was completely okay with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Right? We've seen so many movies that are, like, someone else taking over someone else's body, and they're like, this is weird. And they're both just like, Cool.
She's like, you know what? Let me just spread open for you.
Yeah.
You're not actually Steve, but you
This
look
is different
in
penis.
my head. You look like
Different penis.
it. There you go.
Different eyes. Like,
You get that Wonder Woman snatch, and I'm
Yeah.
just like,
it's so weird. It's so weird.
I'm like, what the fuck? And then that one part where she was laying in bed with him, she's like, I should probably find out what brought you back. I'm like, okay.
No shit.
The Riri.
Like, it took you that long. Like, wouldn't that be the first thing you do? Is like, I gotta make sure that you're back and not just like in my head.
Yeah.
Because what if you're just
No, she didn't give a fuck.
no?
She didn't give a fuck.
Oh, you said the 3 words that I needed to hear. I love you forever.
Didn't give
Steve Trevor.
a fuck. Not a single
Trash.
fuck given. And like, okay, I loved about the first one the God shit. I love when they try to bring in
Ares.
that stuff. She always did that. Her character specifically is tied directly with the gods, so like every time she comes around in like even the Justice League
created
movie,
by gods.
yeah, even in the Justice League movie, they tried to like
Gods.
throw that in there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I love that about the first one. And then this one, it's like, oh, this god made the rock. Oh, fuck it. That's it. And it's like, oh, God, you could have went so far with that.
Yeah.
I could have met him. I could have fucking... You could have gone
Yeah,
more into,
I
like,
kinda
your
wish-
lore. You
I
could have
wish
done...
that the god himself was like around for all of that, instead of just a rock
Yeah.
that turns into this dude.
She saw the language of the gods and was like, oh, fuck. And then that was it. And I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and the ending was so bad. It was so cheesy. It was so cheesy. Like, you need something epic.
Do you have hope?
Yeah, you need something epic. And
Yes.
all it was...
My
was
son.
just- it was just a fucking lasso. It was the lasso the whole fucking time. And it was just like, oh, the truth will set you free. And then poof, everything goes back to normal. And I was like, all right, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck
Like
you.
straight up normal. It's like in no comic or like movie that we've seen from DC have they ever mentioned that there was a huge wall that was just created.
Well, they literally almost... They, you know what it seems like they did? They made the stone and then what's-his-fuck's character so powerful that the only way to stop him was to tap into his humanity and have him break out of it. Because
Yeah.
she physically couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so... She needs to
That's
be the
overdone.
one...
Like, yeah.
She needs to be the one
She's a god.
to overcome
Goddess.
her shit and do it herself. She doesn't need to sit here and give me this fucking humbling speech on how everybody needs to be happy and,
Yeah.
you know...
This-
I felt like somebody was
It's
giving
never
me a
worked
speech.
at any time in human history. Don't do it now.
I felt like somebody was giving me a speech on how to be a good person.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Why?
No, lame.
You have this badass suit of armor, you run in there to fight him, and then fucking you end up sitting in a corner and then wrapping your rope around him and
Yeah.
talking to
Also,
everybody.
this suit of armor defended her and kept her alive from all of humanity. Doesn't last 3 minutes in a fight.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there was some definite
Plot holes.
Definite, like... And then my
Also,
ultimate...
a jet doesn't fly across the world that quickly.
My thing... Oh,
Without fueling and all that shit.
no, this one I got was bad. Okay,
When it was invisible and the cockpit was not invisible.
no. That's a good one too. This one got me
Jokes, man.
when fucking what's his name ran out like looking for his kid. He had to take a helicopter to get to that island,
Yeah.
and then he ran out and ended up back in DC some fucking how.
No, it shows him getting off helicopter.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
I was
But
like,
still, where is this island and how far away is it?
yeah,
Like, there's no way a
seemingly took him,
helicopter
like,
within
5 seconds.
within 5 seconds.
all his kids running around in fucking
Yeah, and
utter
it's
chaos.
like it's literally going. They're launching in 5 seconds. 5, and then he's just landed. The dude was just there saying, "Launch him."
yeah.
What do you mean? Jokes. Nah,
The fight scenes were garbage.
there was just so much like.
The thing that pissed me off about the fight scenes is I feel like what they do is it's no joke that everybody finds her attractive
Right.
as an actress. So they put her in this movie. Okay, Wonder Woman historically has been attractive, even in back in the day.
Even though it's supposed to be this empowering women feature, it's not supposed to be about her looks.
right,
It's supposed to be about her being strong.
right.
As a woman.
So
Come on.
every fight scene was slow mo, so we could put a camera shot like right in between her fucking thighs, every fucking time. I was like, there's no. There's no good fight scene here because it's her swinging
And
with her
this is
legs
a-
open,
this
and
was-
then it's
it
like,
was-
oh fuck, wow, thighs and ass, and it's like,
It was-
no, that's
It
not
was
why I'm
directed
watching.
by a woman.
I'm like, and that's not why I'm watching this movie. If I wanted to fucking check her out, I would go to Google. I want to watch the movie to watch the movie.
She's the one directing Rogue Squadron, I believe.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That makes me nervous.
But her first movie was so good.
It was the same person.
Yeah.
It's like that makes like
I think she had.
it's just let's see if we could put her in the skimpiest clothes possible and then have her jump around on a rope and see if we can fucking get amazing body shots of her. And it's like that's not a fight scene. That's a glorified fucking Victoria's Secret's photo shoot, catwalk fucking.
It was created in a very politically charged environment of 2019, coming into election year.
Yeah.
And then it was just politics.
Very preachy.
Subtly.
Well, subtly, but not so subtle.
But right. I don't like guns. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody ever say. I get it. Like, you don't have to like guns. But for you to stop the entire movie just to say it? Nah. Get that out of here.
I just don't. There was no need for it. There was no need for this movie.
No.
None at all.
No, it should have been.
It did
they should have
absolutely nothing.
Skipped over it. The only thing it brought was her, the older woman,
And
well,
it literally was just a way to
details.
it was just a way to throw in like people that are big fans of the comic books and shit to throw in Cheetah. That was all it was.
Yeah.
Because other than that, the movie had no bearing on what's going to happen with her character in the future. Because again, this is another movie of her in the past.
Yeah, right.
She had her first movie, which is going back to explain her and her origin, which that I get. But then you do a second movie again of her and her past, and it's like, so again, you already know what's going to happen.
We're already past this. She doesn't ever die.
Yeah, you already know what's going to happen in the future because she fights with fucking Superman and Batman and shit, and you already know she's an archaeologist, and you already know all that shit. So this is just getting over the heartbreak from the first movie, and then meeting your nemesis. Nothing.
Yeah. Nemesis that doesn't end up being your nemesis. Because
You'll never see her again.
the last time we see her, she's staring off into a sunset.
Never see her again. And the only thing
It doesn't piss me off as much as Joker did, but it's almost there.
it's close.
It's close. How
And
stupid.
The only
and boring it
thing,
was.
the only fucking thing that I found good about the movie and endearing about the movie is the end credit scene, because I can guarantee you a lot of people don't even get it too, which is unfortunate. But
The OG.
yeah, that
The
is
OG Wonder Woman.
whatever name they gave her. The whole point of it.
Astarion or something
Yeah.
like that?
So the woman at the end credit scene was the woman that used the armor to fight off mankind while everybody else fled to the Mascara. Okay.
Yep.
But the actress that played that character played the original Wonder Woman in the show in the fucking 70s.
70s.
My father watched it.
Yeah.
Watched the show.
Which
And-
is like a great callback. Sure.
Yeah. Very good. And it was just like she was just like, oh, I've been doing this a long time. It's like, ha,
It's funny.
gotcha.
Yeah.
But if you don't get that reference, you're also just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but like how... But that doesn't really set up for anything.
No, it
Because
doesn't. It was just a way.
What is she going to do?
It was just Wonder Woman porn.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, no, in the sense that like it just strokes off the fucking big Wonder Woman fans. Like, oh my god, I watched the show and she's in the movie now. Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Even
the
though
only
she's not Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
So it's like...
that was the only thing it did.
Yeah.
And it's like just dead in the water. And it's and I think the thing that pisses me off the most about it is the first one was so good.
So good. The first one...
Was arguably one of my favorite DC movies.
Mine's Aquaman.
Mine is Aquaman, but hers is second.
Like, he's such a good Aquaman.
It's Aquaman and then the first Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
and then it's so unfortunate.
I honestly, 3 honestly might be, shit, I don't know.
I put Batman and Superman 3
Yeah, it's gonna be that or Man of Steel.
because people shit on fucking what's his name playing Lex Luthor. I loved it.
Oh, he was great.
I thought his performance was amazing.
The same with Leto
That's why I thought
for me.
bringing, like when I saw trailers of the Snyder Cut and I heard his voice in the background, I was like, fucking thank you. You're bringing him back. Thank God.
Yeah.
He
When
needs
is that
to
supposed to
be-
come out?
February, March.
Okay, cool.
Something like that.
Coming soon. Dude, I've looked at the future movie. So from like February to I think it's October, there's at least one really interesting movie a month coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'll be at the movies every month.
Yeah.
Rock on. Because they were deemed safe by the governor.
The Snyder Cut, dude. Oof.
I'm excited for that. That'll be fun. And it's going to make it so much better.
I'm pumped.
And although it's going to be 6 hours, it's going to make it so much better.
I'm so pumped for that. How it should have fucking been.
Yeah. Holy shit, it's been 50 minutes.
And my thing is, if they do a second Aquaman and it's fucking gutter trash too, I'm gonna be.
I don't think it will because. Nice. Oh, dude.
Jesus.
I think they would make it good because they know how pissed people are right now. That's all I saw on Twitter was
pissed.
This is a joke. This is the biggest waste of my time.
And some people had to get an HBO Max subscription to fucking watch it.
I already have one.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if you didn't,
right? You went out of your way to you paid.
You paid for a month of HBO Max.
Right. You essentially paid for 2 movie tickets to watch it.
Yeah.
Because you could have gone to the movies for that same price.
Yeah.
But cheaper. It's stupid.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, 5.8 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But it's probably like it's after Suicide Squad, but before Joker.
In the timeline, you mean?
Yeah. No. For quality.
Oh, as far as like ass.
What?
Like in terms of
how bad it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't mind Suicide Squad at all. I enjoyed
I'd
it.
have to watch it again.
It was good. Birds of Prey is probably right around there. Middle. They're my middle movies. And
See, I feel like a movie like that though. What are you gonna do with that too? Is that going anywhere?
Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
I think it just sets up like the people she fights with in the comics.
It's tough because like I feel like DC's in this weird, like, they've attempted to make a universe and then it's just fucking shit the bed.
Yeah.
So now they're making movies that are kind of standalone movies.
The problem, like,
but they have little sprinkles
there's
of like
only-
connecting them all together, and I'm like, are you gonna do a universe or no?
yeah, there's only
You know
like
what I mean?
2 or 3 of the characters, from the DC universe that really can be by themselves. Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
And maybe Wonder Woman if they do it right, like they did the first movie. The rest of them are all like side characters. Like the Flash has a TV show that we see how he comes with power and all that stuff, which is great. But I don't need a Flash movie.
Well, I did hear they're doing a Flashpoint thing.
So like with the opposite Flash or whatever.
No, it's that whole like, have you heard of that where he like runs so fast he could turn back time?
Yeah.
So like he brings back, he can do like, I think they said they were going to tie the actor in from the show Flash, and then
I hope so.
in the movie,
He's so much better than the movie one.
and then the kid in the movie.
Not that the movie one's bad. But Barry.
So like they're going to meet,
yeah.
and then something like, I don't know. They're bringing like
Green Lantern, I heard, was coming as well.
Oh, really?
In the
Are they
future,
gonna
like the
fix that
in the second Justice League. Yeah, it's obviously not Ryan Reynolds. it's gonna be. I think they're leaning more towards an African American.
Which, not to say that it should be, but that's the fucking one that I.
In some comics, it's never a set in stone race or whatever.
Right, but in the most all of the cartoon shows that I used to watch and shit, it was always what's his name? I don't remember his name, but it was the black dude.
Yeah,
he was cool.
Yeah, Green Lantern's my favorite DC.
Yeah, like
out of nothing,
that movie fucking sucked, dude.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
I would Deadpool cracks at it. That was fucking funny.
I would still rate it higher than Wonder Woman and Joker.
Well, they set that one up too, to go for his nemesis, where he gets the yellow ring.
Yeah.
And they fucking just.
And then they're like, we'll leave that because this one bombed in the box office.
But here's the thing that pisses me off is, okay, you're struggling to make movies and you're making another motherfucking Batman.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, they.
Why?
I saw a great.
Stop making Batman.
great
Stop making
tweet.
Superman movies.
A great tweet. It was, this guy was like, "How?" So at the end of, I think at the end of Wonder Woman, they said they already announced that Wonder Woman 1984 was happening or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the end of 1984. They announced that something else was happening. I don't remember which one he. Which
I
one
think
he's
I've
referring
seen
to.
that they announced that the third one.
There's
was
a third one coming?
Yeah.
He was like, "How do you announce a sequel when you don't even know if this one is good or going to be well liked by fans? You had 5 people review it and say it was great, but all of us hate it, and you're going to give us another one that we don't want because it's shit."
Fix it, or make it post Justice League events.
Right. Don't keep giving us the past.
Then maybe. Okay. You know, and it's not even that, like, fucking her as an actress is a perfect fit for the character.
Yeah.
So
Because she's got the perfect accent. Because in every other comic, she's never had an accent. She's always been like a United States.
right, and
English.
like she looks like identical to every comic rendition of her or every cartoon rendition, and it's like she does a good job. Her acting's fine. Movie's not made right. At the core, yeah. So
This one was it was too much in a
DC's just a struggle
difficult
fest.
time.
I get so disappointed because the movies of DC
Could be amazing.
put up next to the movies of Marvel are better. Aquaman is one of my favorite superhero movies, period. That's across the Marvel universe too, and that's a lot for me to say because I was a huge fucking Avengers
Endgame fan.
Yeah. So, you know,
I agree with that.
Even
it was so good.
Even Batman and Superman was like people shit on that movie. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Obviously, there's always going to be things that could have been done differently. I said this with Endgame too. You know, there's so many things that could have changed to make it not feel so drawn out and dragged out and like, ugh.
Like Lex Luthor as a character, developed as a character in the movie Batman vs Superman, is better than 90% of the villains from the Marvel universe.
About 100%.
So the movies have the potential to be so good.
And it's such a darker universe.
Yeah, but they're focused on making another fucking Batman. They have to fix the fuckfest that was the Justice League movie. That really started the whole thing. Because if they did the Justice League movie the right way the first time, their universe wouldn't be spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
They'd be able to build off of it. But now you have to go back, fix it, because so many people got pissed off about it. And it just kind of tanked your whole thing.
Yeah.
Because now Affleck doesn't want to do it anymore, so they have to bring
he got booted. He wanted to do it.
Oh, really? I thought he stopped because he didn't want to.
He got booted.
Oh, so that's even stupider. So you're going to boot the guy who's willing to be Batman and then bring in another guy.
Mm-hmm. And the timelines aren't going to be the same. The same with like Joker. Like,
yeah, we talked about that.
Joker was set 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And now, like, the Joker is the main villain of Batman. And now he's just...
I've said it before. It'll fix the Joker movie if you put Joaquin Phoenix Joker in a Batman movie.
But they can't.
But it wouldn't make sense.
Right, because he's 50
Unless
already.
you make Batman a fucking kid.
Which I am worried that that's what they're trying to do with...
What's his name?
Pattinson.
Yeah, like a younger
Yeah, he's too young.
rendition of it.
I don't know. Anyway, what I am looking forward to is Spider-Man 3 because I'm pretty sure it's going to be the universe.
That was what I was
The
thinking
Spider-Verse
of.
or whatever.
Yeah, because they're talking about doing the same thing the Flashpoint's doing.
Yeah.
Bringing fucking
Everybody in.
Tobey Maguire.
Toby. Give me Toby.
Give me fucking edgy Tobey.
I love it.
It's so funny. He's going to look all cracked out because he's like 30 years older than he was when he did the first ones.
It'll be good, I think, though.
But I like that, you know. And I'm excited for the new Thor.
Portman's back.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm worried that it might be too love story.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be.
But what else? They're kind of also in this weird thing where like, they kind of blew their load. So
Yeah. 10 years or 20 years. 12 years. 2008, right?
8 or 9.
So it was like 12 years of build up. Done.
It's like the ultimate edging.
So what's next?
Yeah.
We used the big boy.
And the thing that
First.
pisses me off too, even more about DC, is like Marvel's done. They blew their load.
Right, now you can
Now it's
capture-
your chance,
Like all
and
Marvel,
you're still fucking it up.
all Marvel can do now is just like TV shows and like after the end game.
Yeah, and
That's-
they did their big bad, they did their big villain, they did fucking the only thing they could do next is Galactus, which I don't think they would do, and
That'd be kind of sick. Though.
that would be cool. But it's like they
Could do with the
did
big
their
head, right? No, he's just big. Never mind.
yeah, he's just big. Period.
I'm thinking of someone else. Oh, good.
No, you're thinking of the Doctor.
Yes.
Um,
Well, that rides a little.
yeah, the little chair.
Yeah.
Like they did their thing, right? So now it's your turn. Here's the floor. Don't fuck it up. Wonder Woman 1984 fucked it up.
Immediately.
Like it's like, oh my god, you have it by the balls. You still fuck it up.
Do you know what I'm blaming the downfall of 2020 to?
What?
Them killing off Tony Stark.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you all for listening.
We need our Lord and Savior back.
Yeah. Let us know if you want us to see it live. If not, we'll just keep doing these.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm down to clown.
appreciate y'all, and have good night and good week, because we stream, because we back, because it's no longer holiday.
We love you, sponsors, by the way.
We'll always love you, sponsors, always. But have a safe and happy New Year, and let's kick 2021 off with a bang.
We'll see you next year, bitches.
Oh my God, you would. You're the worst.
Woo!